When I decided I was going to leave, I bought a course and it was an absolute garbage heap. There were lots of different kind of collections of videos. None of them were a learning path. There was no like get started here. I didn't know what to do with it. And then when I finally picked something, the videos were just like recorded Q&A sessions that didn't really help me. And so I asked people whether or not they had the same experience. And everybody that I talked to had a bad course that they bought. And I thought, I can fix that.
No, but because we've all been there.
And really, a course should be about implementation. And they're just not. Right? Like the things that we know about how people learn, especially how adults learn online, is that action piece is in fact the most important piece. So when I work with people and they're just coming in with a new topic, that's where I start them. I start them with what's the goal and how are you getting them there? Not what information are you giving them, but what are they doing? What are the steps? What are the tasks? What are the concrete pieces? Because that implementation is critical, because otherwise they're just consuming information, and consumption isn't learning. You don't pour information into someone's head and they immediately know how to use it. They often need direct guidance in how to use the information that you're giving them.
So what are the big things people miss when we were talking about courses? What are the first thing they should do? First one would be find out who their client is, right? Who their avatar or who the perfect client. Then find out what that basic information is that you already know that you think everybody should know.
Like you still have to like hide the broccoli in the cupcake sometimes. But if you're doing kind of repeated market-based research on your specific course, you'll know whether or not it's going to sell when the time comes, instead of just building in a vacuum and then expecting it to make you six figures in 6 weeks. I find that a lot of people tend to start out too big in the ideas that they have for a course. And sometimes just starting with what's the first big win I can give them, and let's make that a course. And then you can build on that, right? And that's the thing that makes for a successful course, is knowing your people, knowing their pain points, knowing the things that they are aspiring to, and then you can help them in ways that are actually helpful instead of feeding your own ego, which I think a lot of people make courses for that reason.
How are you helping your clients' pain? Find their pain points and help them through those pain points. And that's what you have to find out.
It was just kind of designed for a content dump. It means that you just need to approach it from an action-based, goal-oriented perspective. There isn't a better way that's like general. I would say the way that you should do it depends on, one, what you're teaching, right? So things that are a little more complex, or in order to be able to do the thing, they have to understand the language, the jargon, and that's going to be part of it. Then having something where there's words on the screen, whether you're putting them there in editing or they're there in a slideshow, that doesn't matter. But things that are a little more complex are going to need that additional visual in the video. There are other instances where, so I had a client who the goal of her course is to get families out in nature more. Video is absolutely not the best choice. In this case, a downloadable audio is. But as long as you're balancing those three things, that should be what tells you what you should have in your video, or how you should deliver the content and the activities, that kind of thing. You will find that sometimes there's things that people don't realize they need.